everybody. It's been way too long. I'm starting out with Rito because I'm hiding behind him. Turns out we're both alive. Barely, but we are. And so is my island. And it is Festival. Why is it called, I want to call it Festival, but it has an E at the end, and that weirds me out. So, yes, this is Rito. He is my little miniature wiener pup. And he looks extremely entertained with what I am doing to him. He's like, Mom, I literally hate you so much right now. I'm never going to cuddle with you again unless you put me down. But anyways, okay. That's out of the way. Welcome. I think it's been a week since I was live still. I barely even remember how to do this. So let's get cracking, I suppose. Actually, first things first, I know I need to check and make sure that everything's working correctly, which it looks like it is. Cool. Okay. So, I'm just going to call it Festival because I think that's how you're supposed to call it. I don't know. It's Festival today in the game. That's the only reason that I'm back in February right now. Normally I would be in April, the first week of April, so that I could have all the pink trees and everything. And that's why I've got, these weird, well, they're not weird. I really like them, but obviously I wouldn't put white flowers on white snow. But I came back to present day time just so I could do the whole festival thing. But first things first, I logged in for just 1 second, and I went and talked to the little peacock guy, and I just started collecting feathers. That's it. I didn't turn any of them in yet or anything, so we still have to do that. I don't know. I haven't done any of this yet. I haven't watched any videos of anybody who's done the festival stuff yet, so this will be a learning experience, and I wanted to save it. So, I did feel a little bad. I wasn't gonna even talk to the little peacock guy at all, but he was dancing around doing weird stuff in the middle of my island, and so I just had to I had to figure out what he was up to. I was like, bro, you are on one today. Then he told me to gyrate in front of him or something, and I was like, what? Okay. Whoops. So, I don't even recognize my own island anymore, so I'm sure nobody else does, especially things have changed quite a bit. But, first things first, since it is a festival, the number one thing is, you guys are going to be so mad at me. I got rid of Hans, finally. And it happened just randomly the other night. He was just I wasn't even trying to get rid of anybody. And he was just I want to move out. And I was like, really? You really do? This is real life? And so, yeah, Hans moved out. And now we've got Fuchsia. Fuchsia is right here, the pink deer. Oh my gosh, look at freaking Zucker. Zucker, oh my gosh. Ah, Zucky. I love Zucky Bear. He's my favorite. I just wish his house wasn't so ugly. This guy is nuts. Pave. Yeah, I brought you all sorts of stuff, bro. But anyways, so Hans, for those of you, oh my gosh, I should change my command because I don't have Hans anymore. And now we have Fuchsia. Fuchsia is much better. I wanted to get rid of Hans literally since I think he was the fourth one on my island. Number 4. So, I've had him since September. And I never actually wanted Hans. I didn't know about like the whole like moving in and out rules when I first started playing, so he just appeared one day and I was like, why do I have this? Viva Rainbow. Oh my gosh. What is this? This pleases Pave. This is the spirit of festival. I can't with this guy. He's my new favorite NPC. Pave is pleased. Is that how you say it? Pave? The festival drum. Ooh! It is true. I am. I brought you like a whole bunch, bro. What do you mean? That was just the rainbow one. Pave's hips feel the presence of feathers. What the heck? What does that even mean? Okay. Alright. So, I'm pretty sure, I don't know this for sure, but I'm kind of sure, I'm a little, I have a suspicion that if you give him like a certain color feathers, you might get that dress, maybe? So I really want the, whoa, bro. This is a lot for a Monday. You are a lot for a Monday. You know what? I thought I was energetic in the morning. But you are on a whole nother level. I suppose it's not the morning anymore, but still. Look at Fuchsia in the corner. She's my new baby, everybody. I'm so proud of her. I think I used... How many Nook Miles tickets did I use to find her? Not many. It was like 11 or 12. And I say not many because I used 42 to find Marina, so... You speak to Pave with words when you should use the language of dance. Okay, so yeah, I went around and tried to collect a bunch of the feathers just while I was like getting my streaming stuff booted and all that. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. I probably would have ran around in circles for an hour and been like, where do I find it? Pave swings, Pave vibes. This guy is something else. Or girl. This creature. Doesn't really matter either way. A confetti machine? This is fun stuff that we're getting. This is really fun stuff. Pave cares not. Pave cares only for feathers and dance. Viva Festival. Okay, so we've got a confetti machine, a parasol, and a drum. Not bad. I still have the green feathers to give him and the red ones. And then I found one rainbow feather, but I know at the beginning he gave me the recipe to like make a rainbow feather. And so I feel like maybe if I give him another one, I'll get something really cool. I don't know. Again, I was saving all this to do on my stream, so I didn't like look and see how like this all played out or anything. Just so you guys can see my raw confusion at this event, because I really don't get it. I mean, it's really cool and cute, but like we don't have this holiday in real life. Why am I not dancing around in feathers right now? Like no one is doing that I know of. I literally don't know a single person that's doing this right now. Maybe it must be, I guess, obviously I'm just an ignorant American, but like, maybe it's a holiday somewhere else. I know it's President's Day, but like, we don't do this on President's Day. Pave, I think you have a problem, buddy. Okay, so I gave him the green ones. I think the red ones are the only ones I have left. I'm not sure if there's any other colors. But after this, we're going to go to the Able Sisters shop. Give Pave the feathers of festival. You actually could probably give him any 3. I don't know. That's how it worked. Well, I remember the Thanksgiving thing was kind of like, it wasn't nearly as complicated as I thought it was going to be. I thought I had to like, this guy. I thought I was going to have to pick out presents for like everybody. And that was like not even what happened. On fire! I know enough Spanish to know that that means on fire. Behold! The balloon lamp! Oh my gosh, these are such fun sounding items so far. Okay, so I'm just gonna give him all the feathers that I have. And just see if I can max out the items. We'll see. Because obviously he doesn't seem to care that I've already given him 3 green feathers. Like these are an additional 3 green feathers. Festival. I love Gail in the background. She came like charging at me when I first logged in, like dancing, and I was a little worried, I'm not gonna lie, because she's like an alligator. Or a crocodile, whatever. I don't know the difference. I know there's a difference, I just don't know what it is. So there's a balloon lamp and a regular lamp. Okay, we've got 3 more to give this bro. And then, I'm off to the Able Sister shop and to find more of these feathers, I guess. I'm just gonna keep giving them to this guy until I get all the stuff. It actually didn't take me very long to get all of those that I had already. He is so excited. Look at those moves. They're just fantastic. I just can't with the moves. Pave is pleased. Ooh. Okay, I've heard about this item. I was about to say, wait, is that all of the things? I guess it's not. Is Carrie following me? Yes, she is. Look at this, you guys. I want to have this holiday in real life. We don't do this. I want to move somewhere where they do this. Where do they actually have this holiday? It looks like so much fun. Alright, so I'm just looking about here before I go to... Oh, is that a feather? No. Before I go to the Able Sisters shop. I have worked on my island a little bit during my hiatus, but there's still lots to be done. This is probably the coolest part. Lots and lots and lots of work to do yet. But let me make sure, actually, I have room. Yeah, I do. One of my biggest, I always will go into the shop or try to go pick up stuff with my inventory full or my pockets full. It's like, it doesn't work that way. Oh look, even Mabel has a little feather thing on. Muy interesante. Okay. Oh wow. There's like a costume. Look at this. I need this outfit in real life. Obviously, I'm going to go with this one first, but... Guys, This is stylish. This is hot. I approve. I added the masquerade mask myself, but I feel like it goes with the whole theme. Maybe it doesn't, but I don't care. I like it. Also, it's so weird being back not only in like regular, like real time, but like having snow on the ground in the game again. As I say that, I'm staring out the window in real life, and it's like basically blizzarding outside, and we're supposed to get like 6 more inches of snow. So that's why I don't really like to have it snowy on my island, because like I already live the torturous life of snow and cold. So like I don't need it in this game too. But I did hear that unless you do the festival thing today, like you can't do it. Like it's gone. So here we are, back in present time. I'm off to search for a few more feathers. No! Got him. So I know that there's one thing still that I haven't unlocked. I'm pretty sure it's the float. Isn't there like I'm pretty sure there's like a festival float. We'll see. Oh, that's like the granddaddy right there. That's I'm a master. It is true. Woo! Now, if only I could roll a perfect snow boy. But let me check really quick because I keep forgetting. I did get, like I said, I got the, oh, whoa. It uses one of each of those. Dang. Okay, alright, I see. This is actually my second rainbow feather that I found, so. And like, I only was playing for maybe 15 minutes or so before I started streaming, so it's not like, I don't think they're that impossible to find, but the other ones seem to kind of aggregate in corners, or like, I keep finding them over here, or, I don't know. Just find a couple more, because I've got 3 blue ones, 3 green ones. Wish I could find some more purple. Also, I've been spending a lot of time clearing out the flowers, and I'm redoing the whole classroom area, so that's why this looks like that. I forget that, like, I have to explain these things, because you probably would wonder, why does that look like that? It's terrible. Looks like trash. Yeah, it does. That's because it's only like a quarter of the way done. But, okay, so I'm not going to spend all stream running around looking for feathers. That's why I kind of wanted to get a lot of that done, like, beforehand. That's the only reason. Like I said, I talked to the little peacock crazy guy. But, I did just want to see, like, Van Rooker, hey. Long time no chat. How are you? Happy Monday. Happy festival. I don't know what festival is, but it looks like fun. Sure, Pave. Have it. Look at Carrie with her little thing. Her little... Joey. Wait, oh, it's so cute when Carrie and Marcy are right next to each other because they're both kangaroos. Viva Rainbow. Look at this guy. I cannot. I love it. Zucker is, but hands down, the cutest today, though. Come on. He is wearing this little, like, I can't even get over how cute Zucker is right now. Yay! Not bad, not bad. I'm about to be snowed in for the foreseeable future. So, yeah, just coming to terms with that. But, look at Zucker. We match, you guys. I'm sorry, but Zucker is the cutest. I mean, Fauna, I love you. You're my favorite. But, hey. Of course, we've got Gale photobombing, or else this would be the cutest picture ever. Wait, I think I got it. I think I got it. Oh, yay! Hey, get back here. You, stop. Zucker! This is what our relationship is like. He's trying to run away, and I'm just like, no. No! Zucker's like, please leave me alone, and I'm like, I will not. Oh, look, now we're joying at each other. Okay, Gail, no one asked you to be in this picture. You don't match. Now you're hopping on one leg. Zucker has 8 legs. You only have 2. Alright, sorry. Whoa. Got way off track there. Let's go talk to this crazy again. Sorry, I really, really needed to get pictures with Zucker. Apparently the gifts that he gives you are never ending. Van Rooker, it's been like a week. What's new? Tell me about your life. Oh, here he goes. He vibes. He draws your eyes. Ooh. What does bomb mean? What language is this even? Can I sound any more stupid? Maybe not. Aww. I was not expecting that. Look at my face is turning red. I can see it. I can't look at myself. Okay. Well, guess what? I have my whole schedule set for this whole week. But actually, I think I'm going to take out one day of like the afternoon streams and put in like a later stream. Just I'm still trying to like see which I should do, you know. Which will work better. Oh, okay. So this must be the finale. I have to get 3 rainbow feathers. Which means I literally have to go catch a whole bunch of feathers. Damn. Okay. Well, we have to do it, fam. We've got to do it for Meowlanta, the good of Meowlanta. Yeah, I've definitely been more focused on my YouTube the last week, obviously. But I finally hit 300 subscribers last night on my YouTube. Not finally, but like, I did hit 300, which is exciting for me, because I wasn't at 300. So there we go. Slowly but surely. Where the hell are these feathers at? Earlier they were everywhere. I couldn't even keep up with them. The whole island looks so weird with snow. I'm not used to it. I'm used to being in April. No, actually, I don't think I got any chocolate at all. Oh wait, I did. That's a lie. I got chocolate from my mom, but I got it like 5 days before Valentine's Day. So like I kind of forgot about it, you know, because she sent it in the mail. We don't live close to each other. So, oh, Agnes is over here being shady. Probably hiding all the feathers. But I did get some fun dip, so that's fun. But how was yours? Nothing seems like it used to anymore. Like, I don't know. Usually I would probably go somewhere and do something on Valentine's Day, but now, sadly, it is not the world that we live. I mean, I suppose I could have gone out somewhere, but it's just not the same anymore. With social distancing and everything, like, these paths look really bad on the snow, but they look really good on the green grass, I promise. I'm gonna have to find a whole bunch of these feathers, too. Like, whoop. Dun, 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 dun. So if I need one of each, and I need 3 rainbow feathers, so that means I'm gonna need, oh, well, I only need 2 more red ones and 2 more purple ones, so that's not bad. And I'm pretty sure I can trade them. But I'm gonna go get a net really quick because I'm too lazy to make one. So I've stopped and talked to some of my villagers, and they're all like, hey, do you want to trade this for this? And I'm like, sure. Because at first I didn't know what I was doing with the feathers. I can't buy this right now. I gotta go get money out. I need a net. But they kept asking me to trade, and I just was like, sure. So I'm pretty sure the color that they're wearing is the color you can trade them for. Or something. Whoa, what's this? I'm gonna have to buy that too. Whoa, 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 whoa. I've never been a Valentine's Day guy. In fact, now that I think about it, I'm always single by Valentine's. I feel that. I feel that a lot. Most of my friends are like, actually, I can only think of one that's not either in an extremely serious / engaged relationship or already married. So, yeah, I feel that. That's not the worst thing in the world, though. Although, I guess probably like society makes it out to be, but it's really not. Okay, so now I got a new net. I've got some feathers I can trade, well, really only green ones. Let's go talk to somebody, see what we can find out. Exactly. Freedom and fun. I think they're all over here dancing. Okay, let's see what you want. I do. That's exactly what I need, actually, Gail. Oh, 3 for 3. Sure. I've got 6 of them, I think. So now I just need red feathers. Look at Zucker's dance in the background. Oh my gosh. I can't. He's so freaking cute. These 2 are my favorites. It's just like, I literally have considered, oh, there's red right there. I have literally considered letting Zucker go because I dislike his house so much. Like the outside of it. But I just, look at him in his little feather costume. Like, how am I supposed to just be like, Zucker, get out? Come on. I'm not a monster. Okay, red feather, please. We can get done with this real quick. And then, oh, well, let's try talking to the evil pig. Still haven't gotten over the fact that she wanted to eat me when she first moved in. Well, that worked out pretty well. Okay, cool. So now I have 3 of each. So now I can go back to Mikasa, whip up the 3 rainbow feathers that we need for the crazy peacock that's in my resident services area, and we'll go from there. Actually, yeah, we'll go from there. We're probably gonna have to slowly sneak back ahead into the future, but the passion, it is overwhelming. Spiral, hey! Welcome. I know, I'm like a whole new person, right? I went away for a week and I came back and I'm different. But yeah, my hair is a little different. It's just a little lighter, that's all. Actually, honestly, this is what it has been like during pretty much the last like 5 to 10 years, but I hadn't been to like the salon in forever since basically like COVID started, so yeah. Welcome. How I haven't talked to you in a week. How are you? I bet I'm supposed to make something cool with these rainbow feathers. Maybe. Okay, so I've got to go give these 3 to Homeboy. But while I'm here, actually, wow, there's a lot of stuff that we get from this. I'm pretty impressed. Alright, cool. Uni stuff, to be honest, had a nice online date for Valentine's, but that's the only interesting thing. Oh, well, hey, at least you had a nice Valentine's Day. The feathers are like the snowflakes to a snowman. Yeah, weirdly, I'm better at catching the feathers, though, than I was at the snowflakes. But the thing about the snowflakes is if you, like, try to get it and you miss, it disappears. The feathers don't. Like, watch. Now it's gone. Okay, so let's go find this crazy guy. Or gal. I think it's Pave. I don't know. Too close. I'm gonna hit Gale with my... Guys, you're in the way. I'm trying to catch this feather. Yeah, we're just gonna say, tell us about this online date. Van Rooker, you read my mind. I've never had one of those. I don't think. Hey, Vina, what's up? How are you? Happy President's Day / Monday? Super Rainbow. We dance, we play, shout with Pave. Okay. Well, that was fabulous, if I've ever seen fabulosity before. Up, down, left, north. Oh, well, thank you so much for checking in. I'm so happy to see you. I'm glad that you saw the video too. That I like the hair video, because I was like, I tried to make it a few times before, but the lighting was bad. So I was hoping you didn't think I forgot about it, but you found it. So That is the cutest thing I've literally ever heard or read or seen. Spiral. That's amazing. Okay, Van Rooker. Okay, okay. Do I want an online date? Like an online, whatever Spiral did. That sounds like fun. Oh, absolutely, Vina, of course. Spiral says, hey. But Van Rooker, I would be so honored. Okay, so I think I just got the very last item. That was kind of non-ceremonious. I was expecting a little more. I gotta go get money, though. I wish my hair was wavy or curly. Like, if I just let it dry naturally, it's just kind of straight but a little bit puffy. And then a little bit wavy in the back. And that's it. And it's not a good look. Okay, I've been like trying to get some more money in here lately, but not working so well. Probably should do my shopping right now before I forget. Oh, yes! You as well. To everybody, happy belated Valentine's Day. What did I do? I got food from one of my favorite restaurants. So that was good. And I kind of had a headache for part of the day, but it actually went away, so it didn't end up being that bad. What is this? I don't know, but I obviously have to buy it. All this weird stuff. What is this? Big game celebration. Oh man, I'm out. My internet connection is not, so I missed the answer about donations, subscriptions. Did you ask a question about that? Van Rooker? Sorry. I don't think I got that. Oh my gosh, Tom Nook is dancing, everybody. He's dancing. But yeah, did you do anything fun? My life is so not that exciting, Bina. Plus, we're like, well, it was snowing on and off all day yesterday, but it's snowing now too. I'm like, my car is buried in snow, I'm pretty sure. Single Awareness Day. Hey, I feel that for sure. Yeah, I did. I don't actually, I'm not sure if it went through. Wow. Well, you know what, Vina? You should feel good about that, because that's a very productive Valentine's Day. I did nothing nearly as productive as that. Exactly. Okay, so, what do I have left to do on this festival day? I want to let's look at the items at least, before we go back into the future. The problem is that there's no, oh, and I still need to go buy that reaction thing. Problem is that there's no, oh my gosh, that's really cute. There's no DIY recipes that use feathers as far as I can see. Is that true or false? Not sure. Mr. Be Nice, hello. Happy belated Valentine's Day to you as well. This thing is wild. You slept the whole time? Well, you know what? That can be a great day as well. I mean, that's what you meant, right? Ate chocolate and bought myself some cookies. There you go. Wasn't the worst day in the world then. Whoa, that's weird. Look at this weird thing, you guys. That's so weird. That's really cute though. How do I get more of these? I'm annoyed because I want the recipes for these things. And I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get them. Is what I'm kind of gathering here. Oh, thank you, Mr. Be Nice. Thank you. Yeah, it's a bit brighter than it was. Actually laid in bed. Hey, I did that part of the day. Well, I laid on the couch. That basically counts, so. It is a very stiff balloon. It's weird, really weird looking. Oh, okay, Vina. Well, good luck, and hopefully see you later or another time. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I need these recipes because I need to make more of those parasols. I think this goes on a wall. No, it goes there. Okay. I got money now, so I'm gonna go buy that reaction thingy really quick. Yay! Vina's gonna come back, everybody. It's a good day. Okay, so that reaction kit, I don't know what that actually is. Reaction set. So obviously, I mean, we're gonna learn new reactions, but I'm slightly annoyed because I want the recipes. That has to be for sale in here, right? Come on. Do-do-do-do-do. What's more convenient for the streamer? Subscription, donation, treat. Probably B. I feel like B is the most, like, the most goes to me versus subscription, I think, but I honestly haven't gotten a whole lot of, like, any yet to, like, make a huge, like, to know really, but I think it would be B. Yeah. Wants to go to straight donations and cut them out. I mean, yeah, I guess that's like the difference is.
Everybody get up.
An anonymous cheer. Oh, I wonder who that is. Van Rooker. That is quite suspicious. These are really not for sale. Are you kidding me? Wasn't you. Okay. Well, anonymous cheerer, thank you, whoever you are. Very interesting. Are you expecting a big storm? What? Oh, yes, snow, duh. I forget that it's not like a blizzard, it's a snowstorm. I'm like, no, it's like not, we haven't had a thunderstorm in a long time. Ugh, it's Monday. I won't take the credit for that person. Well, either way, Van Rooker. Well, an anonymous cheer again. Thank you. What is that? Oh, it's like a little ghost thingy. Okay. Sorry, I have to like get way close to the screen because I don't have the best eyesight. I think I actually should go to the optometrist. I used to be able to see things like really close up, and now I can't. And I think it's because I'm getting old and I probably need glasses. Okay, well, I'm pretty disappointed. Let's go talk to the little peacock guy one more time. And then maybe... This saddens and enrages Pave. It enrages. He is enraged. I love that good vibes emo. The spirit of dance calms Pave. I thought I already gave you enough, bro. Like, maybe next he gives me the recipes. I should just look this up. That would take a lot less time. But I like to do things the hard way. You know, the disappointing way. Yeah, that'd be really dangerous. What kind of sports do you play? I like to play sports too. I'm very competitive. At least I did back when I was a young lass. A lad is a guy. A young lass. Okay, we're gonna look this up. We're gonna look this up. Unless any of you happen to know the answer to this question, which is, do we get these recipes somehow? Because I really want them. And we've found the event guide. Bada bing, bada boom. Pave, the party-loving peacock. Ooh-hoo! This can only be obtained on the holiday. Blah, blah, blah. Rainbow feathers are also used to customize the colors of your furniture. Oh. You can also time travel back to that day to get more feathers if you need them. Okay, but this doesn't tell me about the... So you can't craft the items, it looks like. We just have to forever just buy them. I probably haven't seen them in the shop or anything because I've been time traveled to April this whole time. Yeah, so... Glasses are cool. I got LASIK, but was legally blind as far as driving as... Oh, wow. That's crazy. So, yeah, like, I know driving's different, but I kind of know about that a little bit because I'm like, legally blind in one eye, but the other one, I have perfect vision, so... In where I live in Michigan, well, you live in Michigan too, but they don't make you do, like, I don't know if they do this in other states, but I can use both of my eyes to do the eyesight test. But if they made me do, like, one or the other, I'd really be screwed because I wouldn't be able to see anything with my right eye at all. All I can see is colors, like, and blurriness, really. Soccer. I used to play basketball. Back in school, I was the kind of guy that was always jumping into whatever sport was available, but I'm not competitive. I just tried to make everybody to have fun. Aw, that's like so endearing. See, I'm kind of the opposite. I play sports because I'm competitive. Like, that's one of the main reasons I play. Also, I like to, like, I don't know. I used to like push myself a lot, like athletic wise at least, you know. But you're like one of the people, Van Rooker, that every team needs. Like the glue that holds it all together. Okay, Ninja. Bye-bye. Yes, in Ohio. Yeah, see, I wouldn't be allowed to drive in Ohio, probably. Which is like, I would be so screwed if I didn't have a license. Like, first of all, Michigan has like, can we look at Audie? I'm sorry, but what girl? Are you having fun, Audie? You're kidding. And as soon as I start to, I cannot. Go back to the mat now and do that again. Damn it. Okay, wait, sorry. I get so distracted. I'm like a freaking squirrel. Like, oh, shiny. Okay. I was competitive. Then I got on a team with a bunch of punk rock friends who set the intention of the team as being fools on the field. It was more fun. Oh my god, I would have killed everybody on the team. I could not do that. There's no way. Losing to me is never fun. Like, it just isn't. Like, unless you're like a college team, like playing against a group of third graders and just trying to make them feel good about themselves, like, losing is not fun. Ever. Auto taxis here within a few years. They won't even let people on the roads then. It's probably better. Actually, about at least half the people I see around here, it would be better if they weren't allowed on the road, to be honest with you. Oh, here's Sherb. I'm the guy who will purposely forget the score just to make rivals don't feel bad. Let's say we won by one. Who's counting? I'd be like, no. We won by blah, blah, blah. You screwed up by doing this. You screwed up by doing this. I dunked it in your face this time. Here's the highlight reel. I'll email it to you. I think I'm evil. Maybe. Guys, I'm evil. It's fine. No, I just, like, am super competitive. It's a good thing, though, because, like, I'm not naturally that athletic. Like, I just wasn't. So, I had, like, this BS, like, gym teacher in elementary school who told me once that I didn't have an athletic bone in my body and I wouldn't be able to, like, play any sports or, like, be good at anything. And that pissed me off so badly to the point where, like, sports, like, became my entire life. And I was actually really good at them by the time I was not, like, amazing, but, like, to say I don't have an athletic bone in my body would be stupid. So, she was stupid. And on my graduation day, actually, she came up to me and she was like, you know what? I was wrong about you. And I said, yeah, you were. You crotchety. I didn't say that, but that's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. One of the best moments of my life. It's like, you thought wrong. Like, did that make you feel good, though, at the time, to put down a little kid and crush their dreams? I'm sure it did. I'm beyond good and evil. You seem authentic. That's what I am looking for in entertainment. If it's you, it's real. That's 100% legit. Better than. So that's the thing, is sometimes if I'm being authentic, it rubs people the wrong way. So I just am trying to roll with it. But I appreciate that. Thank you. On the field, I'm the one that would match up for someone like you because I enjoy the challenge and don't feel hurt for all the talking. You're the person that makes me the most angry because the trash talk doesn't get to you. I like, okay. Okay. I actually have never actually trash talked when I'm like playing a sport. I only trash talk when I'm spectating other people playing sports. And then I'll trash talk like the other team. But I don't usually trash talk like while I'm playing myself. I'm just thinking it in my head the whole time. That's all. I don't know what that is. Is teasing a kitten? Oh my gosh. How would one tease a kitten? Like with one of those feather thingies, like that you like dangle in front of them and they like go like this? I feel like that's how you might tease a kitten. I'm gonna go back to, oh, okay, wait, no I'm not. Hold on. I'm going to go and talk to Tom Nook because I need to take out a incline. But what is chaotic neutral? What is I want to know about this. Is this like a personality quiz I can take? Because I love those things, actually. All that is true, and they are actually fierce predators. Thousands of years of evolution, they are still felines, you know. They just don't look like it. Kittens, anyway. Yeah. A moral compass. Oh, so it's not a quiz. It's just something that you can decide. So what would I be then? Probably chaotic. Is that a category? You're either good, neutral, or evil, and then also either chaotic, neutral, or lawful. I see. I don't know what I would be then. Probably evil, chaotic. I'm just kidding. Chaotic neutral is never concerned with the world. Oh, that's not me at all then. Because I'm usually concerned about everything. Actually, I'm too concerned about things that I should not be concerned about. So, do you follow the law? Kind of. For the most part, yeah. Oh, okay. I just have my own category. I have got a speeding ticket, so no, I don't always follow the law. It's true. It is very true. I know. I am bad. Bad to the bone. Demolish. Neutral if you get along, lawful if you follow the law explicitly. I'd probably be more neutral then, I guess. Probably. Because, like, if the law is, like, telling me to do something that's against, like, if the law tells me to go out and kill someone, then I'm not going to. Like, screw the law at that point. That's an extreme example, but I guess I'm trying to think of how to categorize myself, I guess, in these terms. Yep, and it's still snowing. Well, it's snowing here anyway. And cold. But I am looking forward to March. I feel like it's like we're getting through the worst of it, at least, you know. The worst of the cold. Young people can't follow these laws. They are made for boomers. Ah, you're so funny. I love it. But yeah, Van Rooker, sorry. I meant to say yes, absolutely, depending on the situation. For sure. For sure. Guys, I have so much to do on my island, like for real. I'm running around, I'm collecting a few more of these things, these feathers, and then I'll probably go back to April because I don't know what to do with the snow on the ground. It looks weird and it's throwing my design all off. I'm the kind of person that breaks the rules just to see what happens. So you're like a kaleidoscope fish, kind of, because you like don't like to stir the pot because you aren't competitive and like just let people like, you know, like sure, like talk your shit, whatever. But at the same time you do like to stir the pot because you like to break the rules to see what's gonna happen. So yeah, you are different in different scenarios. That was a little bit more on target than I realized at first. I caught a red feather. It's overwhelming. Can you not? Oh, I haven't even showed you guys anything that I've done. This is supposed to be the new marina area. Do I have a fishing pole with me? No, I don't. I'm gonna go try to give one more of these little feather piles to our dude over here, and then I'll probably go into the future again, because I got lots to do. Lots to do, little time. That real awareness is the edge of that real capitalist which they had. Sometimes you blow my mind with the things you say, Mr. Be Nice. Like, they're always so profound. And at first I'm just like, yeah. But then I think about it and I'm like, wait, yeah. White hat hackers are needed. That's what I want to be. I want to be a white hat one. So I want to catch people that are trying to take advantage of innocent people that don't know how evil others can be. I got so close to getting my N+ certification. So close. Exactly. We talked about this before on my channel, but like, yeah, it's disgusting. I don't know what this guy's gonna give me because I'm pretty sure I already got all the different stuff, but we'll see. Pave most dense. Hey. Well, of course I'm glad to have you here. The very air. Oh, so he probably just continues to give you stuff until you... whatever. Yeah. Which is fine because maybe he'll give me different colors. Which is fine. Oh, it stopped snowing. Woohoo! Give them to Pave. You're a bit demanding. Also, this thing is a bird, I just realized, and if you don't know how I feel about birds already, you should know I do not like birds at all. I'm actually terrified of birds. Because they are terrifying. They are literally dinosaurs. Almost. Basically. And, I hate it. I'm not even going to talk about birds. But, just, like, this is so random. I'm so off topic. I'm sorry, you guys. But, speaking of birds, I literally had a dream the other night that a bird, like, drilled through my ceiling, like, in my bedroom. Like, I could hear it, like, birds getting louder and louder. And, like, I just saw, like, something, like, coming through the ceiling, like, and all of a sudden this, like, thing, like, flew out, like, down at me. And it was a bird. And it had, like, drilled through my ceiling, like, above my bed. What the heck does that mean? That's some weird... I need to take that to a psychologist. But, for real, birds are horrifying. And I'm not a fan of this one being on my island. We've only ever had one bird, and that's a penguin. And penguins don't fly, so they don't count. I don't think peacocks fly either, actually. Do they? Maybe just the ones that I've seen don't. Because I've only ever seen them, like, roaming around zoos. And it really freaking freaks me out how they're just allowed to roam around the zoo. Like, they're allowed to be out. Just not in a cage at all. Just roaming. They're scary. They could glide. So it's like a turkey. Turkeys are too fat to fly. I guess the ones that I've seen. I see turkeys where I grew up, I used to see turkeys all the time. Like, all the time. Like, in my neighborhood and everything. Maybe I should just stay on this day so I can keep collecting feathers and start working on the design stuff and get over the fact that there's snow on the ground. Sounds like a better idea. 20 feet max? Okay, I was a long jumper in high school and that was not my maximum. That's farther than I could leap. Of course, I wasn't the best at it. I mean, I was the best at my school. There was like 200 of us. Of course, like, you could basically be the best at anything if you tried. See, that's why I'm a cat. I hunt birds. Don't like them. Not a fan. Except, baby ducklings are literally one of the cutest creatures, I think. And one of my life goals, you guys can all laugh at me, I don't even care. This is true. I've told so many people this before. One of my life goals is to have, like, a little herd, not a herd, a gaggle of ducklings. And you know how they all follow their, like, the mom around, like, in a little line? I want all the ducklings to, like, follow me around. Like, I want this to happen to me one day, where, like, a little line of ducklings is, like, following me around. I think I might melt of cuteness, like, immediately. Like, how could, like, I watch, like, little duckling videos on YouTube, like, all the time just because they're so cute. And they're birds! What is wrong with me? It's not, I don't think it is anything in particular other than a traumatic experience that I had when I was young. Somebody had let loose in my neighborhood, like, a trained crow. Like, you know how crows are smart and everything? Like, a trained crow, and it wasn't scared of humans at all, and it would try, for whatever reason, it was, like, obsessed with our house, and it would try to fly into the house every time you opened the door. When me and my sister would get off the bus after school, like, it would literally, like, sit on top of, like, our, like, roof and, like, wait and, like, fly down at us and, like, try to land on us. And, like, it got to the point where me and my sister refused to get on the bus to come home. Like, we would not, because we were so terrified of this crow. And it just so happened that my grandma is the secretary at the school that we both went to. So it was okay, thankfully, but yeah. Oh yeah, chicks, any baby, so like, yeah, like baby chickens too are cute. Like, or but baby birds even are just like, and they have like those like mouths that are like, oh, I don't know. They're weird. They're just weird. Yeah, okay, so you understand more now, right? Like, I was not yet in middle school when this happened. I was probably in 5th or 6th grade. My sister was both of us are scared of birds now, believe it or not. I think I can admit this now because it's been a long time, like 15 years or more, but like I said, it got to the point where me and my sister wouldn't ride the bus home. Like, we were terrified. We wouldn't leave the house when we were in the house. Like, my dad, one day, of course, my dad is a hunter, like, was his whole life. He hunts deer. But one day he came inside the house and was like, well, girls, you don't have to worry about the crow anymore. And he had his rifle in his hand and went to go put it away. And I was like, is the crow dead? And he's like, yep. It's like, don't tell the neighbors. So, yeah, the crow, my dad was like, don't tell anyone. But me and my sister were so happy. I was like, we can leave the house again. We had a trampoline that we were like obsessed with. And we didn't play on it for like 2 weeks straight because we couldn't go outside. Oh yeah, it literally, every time we got off the bus, it never landed on me because I was faster than my sister because she's younger than me. So it did land on her twice though. One time it got her hair, and another time it like grabbed onto her like backpack and was like, I think it was really trying to land, like, now looking back. But at the time, like, no. Even now, well, of course, now I'm terrified of birds, but, like, dude. And honestly, the person who let this trained crow go in a neighborhood like that is the real a-hole in this situation. Yay! Bye, Van Ruker. Thank you so much for being around. Yeah, it definitely wasn't legal what he did. And actually, so another thing is my best friend lived right next door to me, and her dad worked for the DNR, which those of you that don't live in Michigan or don't know what the DNR is, that is like basically the wilderness police. They make sure you don't kill animals and do things you're not supposed to. Department of Natural Resources, I believe. But he was a DNR officer, so he enforced all those rules. But I'm pretty sure he knew that my dad killed him because his daughter was terrified of the crow too, and well, she was my best friend, so she was in the same predicament as us, but it seemed to concentrate at my house, so her dad didn't, like, care as much. He was gonna try to, like, trap it and, like, whatever. My dad just got out his hunting rifle and just... Of course, I didn't know that until after it was already dead, but I also didn't know it was illegal until... Because this is why I bring this up, because after he said it was gone, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go call Kelly, like, we can play outside. He's like, no, don't tell her that. Let's just pretend it just disappeared on its own, okay? And I didn't get it at the time. I was like, but why? Like, this is good news. It's gone. Now I understand. Yeah. I know quite a few people who work for the DNR actually, because a lot of the people from up north where I grew up are in that whole scene. Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a quick break really quickly. Don't go anywhere because I'll be back in 5-10 minutes. Um, yeah, and hopefully I don't get attacked by a wild crow on my break. They're regulating a community that is literally always packing heat. Oh yeah. Oh, don't even get me started. Okay, we'll talk about this when I get back if you're still here. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. I don't know how long I was gone for. Hopefully it wasn't that long. Okay, so while I was away, I just remembered because I opened up YouTube like just briefly for like 1 second, and the first video that was like suggested was, oh my gosh, bullfrog eats mouse alive. What the heck happened to my algorithm? Where the first thing that is suggested is African bullfrog eats mouse. Like, what? I didn't search for anything like this. I have no idea. Like, and the next 3 things were like centipede versus scorpion. And like, there was one that was like praying mantis eats like versus leech. And it's like, the picture of it was like the praying mantis like eating the leech. Like, what the heck? Maybe I found like a glitch in the Matrix because I have no idea what the heck that is about. That is not anything that I've searched for or even close. Okay, so that's the creepy thing, Van Ruger, is that normally the algorithm is like creepy right. This time it's like, no, I hate everything about what we're watching right now. Because, obviously, I hate bugs, I hate frogs and slimy things, I hate mice, I hate... That centipede thing was the most horrifying, one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen. I literally glanced at it momentarily and got, like, shivers. What is that? YouTube. I'm really perplexed. I feel like they don't know me as well as I thought they did. Or maybe I don't know myself as well as I thought I did, because I was watching this show the other day. Shoot, what was it called? And it said something really scary. It was talking about algorithms, and it was saying something like this is just an example, like an algorithm might know that you're like bisexual before you know it yourself. Like, just based on like patterns that the algorithm picks up on. Like, that's just crazy to me. So the fact that I'm getting shown all these weird insects fighting each other things is really weird. But the second thing is that it reminded me that in this game, I need to go diving and fishing for some creatures for my fish market. So maybe that's what it was about. I don't know. I'm super weirded out right now, though. I really am. Call me... Oh my gosh, wow. I am the worst. And so is your iPad. I swear I did not conspire with your iPad. I'm so sorry. Go back to sleep. Still, I'm out here catching feathers and stuff. Computers track everything these days and can predict future behaviors because they know you better. Yeah, they know you better than you know yourself. That's why I'm creeped out by what I'm being fed right now. Like, what? Am I gonna suddenly get some weird, like... I can't even think about it. It was like spiders fighting each other. But sometimes I wonder if it hears you talking about stuff. And that's what it shows you. Because there's been, like... for example, I was talking about how I can't stop sneezing the last few days. And all I've been getting is ads for, like, Claritin and stuff. And I, like, didn't search for anything on my phone for, like, allergy medication or, like, so it's listening to me, I'm pretty sure. What do you guys think? Oh! Hey, Siri. Who is the love of my life? She's not sure. That's helpful. 1-star review. voice commands at all. Once you turn them on your phone, it is always listening. Yeah, I actually rarely use the Siri because I have like Google stuff. So that's normally what it is, but yeah. She for sure is listening to me because another day me and my sister were talking about, because my sister's kind of, I love her, but she's, for a long time she believed in the Slender Man, okay? She believed that the Slender Man was real. And her and I were talking about this one day, and of course, all over my phone the next time I get online on YouTube, whatever, I don't even remember. It was all just like weird conspiracies and freaking Slender Man, and I was like, dude, I didn't even, my phone was sitting there, but I didn't search for any of this, so. Siri is harvested by Apple. Ha! I like how you said harvested. Apple harvests Siri. Speaking of Apple, I've got to go to the Apple store because I smashed my phone into a million pieces. And, yeah. I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but where I live, in the mall, the Apple store is literally always the most packed store by far. Disney Runner, hey! Happy belated V-Day, what's up? How are you? Well, that's good to know. And here I am over here worried about having a TikTok, Mr. Be Nice. I got a whelk. Don't know what that is. Oh, okay, so one other thing that I did realize. So, another thing that so I like went through all these things and I was like, why are all these weird fish, like frogs and all this stuff being recommended to me? But I went down to like the 7th one, it was like Asian fishermen, like talented like Asian fisherman like catches all these fish, whatever. But they were not normal fish. They were like things I've never seen before. Half of the names I recognized from this game, like literally things I've caught in Animal Crossing, was the only reason I knew what they were. I realize this game is made in Japan, and that's probably has something to do with it. But I was like, wait, I caught that thing once in Animal Crossing, so I know it's a sea creature. Light bulb. It was an epiphany, you guys. Truly, a life-changing moment when I realized this. So educational. People knew you can turn it off anytime. I suggest doing so immediately. Let others play with the voice stuff. But Siri wants to listen to me, she said. I kind of hate Siri. She never does what I say. She's always just like, what? I don't know what you mean. I don't even know how to turn it off. Hey Siri, stop listening to me. She's still listening. Siri's like, yeah, I'm done. Okay, bye. Did you hear that those services can automatically alert the police if you get in a verbal argument? It might call the police on you. Whoa. Wait, that's kind of cool though. Like, not cool. Like, okay, but if you're, okay, on the reverse, if you're being murdered, they can also call the police on you, for you. Like, but I suppose that it's probably a much bigger breach of privacy in most situations than it would be a life-saving tactic. Uh-oh. Freaking me out, man. Hey Siri, who's the winner of the next race?
Okay, I found this this on the web for Hey Siri, who is the winner of the next race. Check it out.
You're dumb. Hey Siri. Why are you so dumb?
That's not nice.
I'm bullying Siri. That's not nice, she says. Well, how about you give me some answers that actually mean something? I swear, like, you can listen to my private conversations, but anytime I ask you a question, you don't seem to have the answer. I'm Italian, my family talks intensely. Well, and you also eat the most delicious food, so lucky you. I am jealous. Italy is my favorite place that I've been in the world. I haven't been that many places, but so far the places that I've been, Italy is my favorite. Wrap your noodle around that, says Pascal. He's zany. Uh-huh. Garlic bread can marry me also. Actually. Hey Siri, make me a pizza. She says, she doesn't even say it out loud because she's too embarrassed of what an embarrassment she is. She says, I'm not sure I understand, in text form. That's because you're an embarrassment, Siri. She's mad at me because I dropped my phone and shattered the whole screen, so she's probably mad at me. I don't care. I asked her the other day a simple question. I literally asked her, like, how many ounces is in a cup or something like that, and she was like, I don't know. Oh, let me try to find it on the web. I was like, dude, you are literally useless. I'll just ask Google. Sorry. I am. We get in fights. I mean, she's very rare. I don't think she's ever come in handy. She's only ever made my life harder. Actually, that's not true. The only time she comes in handy is when I say skip to the next song. She can handle that. But I usually forget to use that anyways, and I'll just do it myself. So, whatever. There's a specific thing that I am searching for, and I'm not able to find it so far, but we'll keep looking. I've got some extra spaces in my pockets. Like I said, I finally finished my like little fish market area. Like, what the freaking sea slugs, dude? That's like my fourth one. But I need to catch a few more things that I can display, like place.
Ready to party!
Sam, thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. How are you? Happy day after Valentine's Day. Ah, I can't catch him. Who will win this race? Siri doesn't know. Okay, this is what I do. You go out like this, and then you trap him against the fence. Whew. Boom. Sam. Yes, my hair is different. I got highlights. They're pretty. Obviously, like on the top, they're very light, but there's still a lot of my like natural color in there. I normally have hair much lighter than what you guys are used to, but that's just because COVID. I haven't been brave enough to go to the salon until now. So, well, I've already been there a few times today, but number 3, there you go. Thank you so much. It actually my hair had never been as dark as it was like before I got it done. I got it done on Saturday. Took 4 hours. It's a great time. I literally love sitting still in a chair for 4 hours. Love it. But tell me about you. I've been gone, so how was your week, your holiday? Or non-holiday. Some people, you know, are anti-Valentine's Day, which is fine with me. But oh man. Okay, I think we ought to go back. I thought I'm not gonna catch a lobster, I realized, because we're back in February. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Hard disagree with you there, but you are literally so, oh my gosh. Thank you though, really. I'm still not entirely used to it yet, because obviously it's a lot brighter, so when I look in the mirror every now and again I'm like, whoa. Like, but I also got a few inches, like 2-3 inches cut off, but you can't really tell because I needed to trim like so bad that it was kind of like that. There was like kind of some breakage at the end, so it is shorter, although you really can't tell. I couldn't tell. She was like, don't you want me to take off like 5 or 6 inches? I was like, nope. Nope. Don't you dare come near me with those scissors. I swear, hairstylists are always trying to cut your hair shorter than you want it. And I'm like, no, dude. I like my unreasonably long, extremely uneasy to manage, extremely annoying and time-consuming hair. Come on. Like, one more. I'm just going to get this one because it's right in front of my face. Seriously. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. She spent like 30 minutes almost. Like the whole time she was like, well, she was putting foils in my hair first. Like, you know, I think you would be so cute with like a chin length bob, and I'm like, are you insane? No. I'm not cutting off 18 inches of hair. Like, no. And if you even think about cutting off more than a few inches, dude. Finally, I was like, okay, I cut my hair 4 years ago, and I cut off 19 inches. And while it felt wonderful to donate all that hair, I literally went home and cried for 12 hours straight. And I promised myself I would never make myself do it again. So, yeah. You look good with this style that's 25 inches shorter. Let me cut more so you pay me more. Yeah, that's completely true. Ooh. Sorry, guys. I'm getting, oh gosh. I get so many freaking, spam calls these days. Like, I have my phone number on the like block list and all that, and they're still just like hounding after me all the time. Okay, we got a whole bunch of not anything that I really needed, but we'll go place some of it at least and just see, I guess. But oh my gosh, have you guys ever been in a situation like in a salon or anything where you've been, okay, so there was not the station like next to me, but the one over from there was a lady who was let's just say she wasn't being very friendly to her stylist. And like at one point she's basically like, I've never felt so awkward / bad for somebody, because this poor stylist was like standing there trying not to cry as this lady's like berating everything that she just did, and was like, I was in there for 4 hours. So I had already been there for an hour and a half when this lady came in, so I heard everything. I knew, because the station next to me was empty. So I heard her explain exactly what she wanted. I heard her explain it extremely rudely. I heard her, like, give, like, snide comments and, like, all this stuff the whole time. Because, keep in mind, I didn't mention this at first, but the person who was doing her hair was a guy who was very open about his sexuality in terms of liking men. And this was an older lady who apparently did not appreciate this. So she was just treating this, like, guy like complete crap. And it got to the point where, like, he ended up leaving and, like, this other stylist took over because basically I heard the whole exchange behind them, the two stylists talking. He was like, I'm going to slap this lady if I keep, like, working on her hair. And so she's like, okay, I'll take it over. So she goes over, she starts working on his hair, or on her hair, and the lady is, like, probably even nastier now because she realizes that she's kind of been handed off to someone else. And I just had to sit there and watch this poor girl just, like, she's literally by the end, like, trying not to cry. And I'm just like, what? Like, what makes you feel good about being this way to somebody? Like, it was like everything she did was, if she would she was trying to blow dry her hair, she was like, ow, that's hot. And then she would be like, she'd like move it away and she'd be like, I don't have all day to sit here, like, you need to blow dry my hair. Like, it was literally insane. I honestly think she might have been, like, had some other problems or something, because I don't know that I've ever seen anything like it, but whew, I felt bad for everybody involved. I am not planning on opening up my gates unless there's some sort of huge interest, but I don't think so, just because it's festival and I'm, like, running around collecting stuff and trying to do stuff, so. But she was just, like, but the worst part about it was I was so bored at this point, and keep in mind, I have my phone there, but, you know, I'm getting foils on my head, so I'm supposed to stay like this. So unless I have put my phone, like, up like this, I really can't read it or see it. Also, I have almost no service in the salon. So I'm bored out of my freaking mind. So this is like, of course I'm listening to these things going around me, or else I probably would have not even noticed. But, like, it was like the more she could tell she was upsetting the people, like, she could tell that she was making the guy angry or, like, hurt or whatever, and, like, it seemed to, like, fuel it more. Like, she just kept getting nastier, and I was just like, it was wild. And then actually, like, after she left, like, say what you want, but me and my stylist were talking about it, because I was like, that was wild. And she was like, the other day we had a lady that, like, refused to put on her mask or whatever, because in Michigan we have, like, governor's orders, we have to wear a mask inside, which, you know, they're all wearing a mask, I'm wearing whatever. I guess some lady, like, threw her phone at another stylist, hit her in the face, like, hit her, like, and she was bleeding, like, from her lip and nose, like, over the mask thing. And this had happened, like, a few days ago. I was like, what? Like, it's not funny, but what? I mean, it sounds like it wasn't a major deviation from her request. Your story makes sense in denying the stylist. And you weren't rude in response, were you? Rudeness is just, like, like, yeah, she was, like, I'm just an eavesdropper in this whole thing. I'm not involved at all. I'm just witnessing the whole thing. So, yeah, I was not involved at all. We just, after the lady left finally, like, first of all, the other girl, she's like, she went into the back. She came out later and her face was all like red and blotchy, so I'm sure she was crying. The guy, I didn't see him again. I'm pretty sure he went home. I was like, wow, that's too bad. Too bad. We're gonna have to go sell like 90% of this stuff because none of this is what I wanted. Salad. We can go give this to that other guy though. And go plant those, I guess. Okay, this is a random message to share. Whoa, I'm like way behind. Maybe I should stop talking so much. Well, that's what I was thinking, like, what is going on in your life that you get joy out of? I don't know, but honestly, I encountered so many people like that when I worked in the food and beverage industry. So many people like that. Yeah, it was just like, and keep in mind, like, I wasn't here for this, but my stylist said, I mean, this lady had like, her hair was like this long. It would have taken 10 minutes if she would have just shut up and put the mask on. Like, but instead, it became this long, drawn out thing, and now she's gonna have an assault charge on her because of what? Yeah, like the hero complex, or I'm not sure. I don't like any of these. These aren't. Sorry, I'm talking about Animal Crossing really quick. These aren't any of the sea creatures that I want, and I'm really. Ugh, shoot. Actually, I might just need to go fishing. Might be the problem. But anyways, yeah. It was just. I mean, I watch YouTube videos a lot about like public freakouts and like whatever, just because, I don't know. I don't watch them a lot, but like sometimes I do. And it's crazy to watch in the videos, but it was like literally seeing one in real life. It was like, I didn't know if I should record it or I didn't. I maybe I should have, but everybody needs to be nice to everybody. I agree. Yeah, I just, tensions are so high. It's just, I'm not trying to get into some, like, big, like, political anything of any sort. I've never seen somebody act like that in public. Like, somebody that looked like they would be, like, an upstanding, normal person. And, like, at first she was talking about her grandkids, and then she's just turns into this evil, I'm like, whoa. Whoa, lady. Whoa. It was wild. It was wild. Hannah's not here. We need Hannah. Oh, thank you, Spiral. Yeah, no worries, everybody. We're good. But for real, that's one bad thing about streaming during the day more is I know Hannah's at work. Which is sad. Sad for us. But like I said, I'm still like trying to like, I'm gonna try out probably some different times this week and kind of gauge what works best. Maybe I'll do some like after, well, I'm talking about the time for me, so it's 3:40 p.m. for me right now. I can do some like early afternoon streams and some like later evening streams and see which, you know, is better for you guys, and hopefully we'll get some new friends in here too. Draw a summoning circle to cast Hannah. How does does one draw a summoning circle? I'm not gonna ask Siri because Siri doesn't know how to summon another being. Why is my summoning not working? Yes, that's what I need. No, this is talking about in video games. In real life. How to summon a ghost? Well, okay, we'll just use this, but we'll just tweak it for someone who's alive. No, not a Ouija board. So we can use, like, Discord, since we can talk to her through that. Using a planchette. I don't know what a planchette is. What is that? A pentagram to conjure demons. Okay, so the opposite of a pentagram, because Hannah's an angel, so I don't know. I don't screw with pentagrams. See spirits through a crystal ball. Does anybody have a crystal ball that we can summon Hannah through? These are 4 good ideas that I've shouted out now. I looked up how it's not telling me how to do the summoning circle though, Van Rooker. I feel like the circle might be our best bet, but we passed my state's record for the lowest recorded temperature. Everything is frozen. What? Getting some of that Michigan weather down there. Enjoy. I was just gonna say keep it down there, but it's up here too still, so never mind. It's just everywhere and terrible. Oh look! So I keep forgetting, but I gotta go give another of these things to the crazy pelican or peacock, pelican, peacock, same thing. Oh, what's up, Fuchsia? Also, you guys, you realize that Fauna is no longer the only deer on the island, because now we've got Fuchsia too. Fauna and Fuchsia. Scotland hit negative 23 degrees. Is that Celsius that you're talking about? Because that's even worse. It's probably Celsius that you're talking about, because only us Americans use Fahrenheit, I'm pretty sure. Oh no. Why? No. Yeah, we dipped below, well, usually at night it can get below 10, but we've been in like the high teens for a while. / like 20s. Okay, so speaking of places that are freezing, this will surprise no one, but I watch this thing sometimes at night. It's like live, like World View or something, I don't know. It's some channel on YouTube, and it just like literally like flashes to like different cities around the world, and it shows their like what time it is and the temperature there. And frickin' Russia is cold. Who would have thought? Like St. Petersburg last night was like negative 19 degrees, like something stupid, and I was like, why? I don't know why I live where I live. It's like way too cold here, but that is like another level. Yes, Sam. Okay, yeah. I think they're super. I watch that, and I watch underwater like webcams, like or live cams or whatever. So like, there's this one that's in Florida, that's always live, and it's really fun because there's like this fish that's kind of like nested right by the camera. So like every night I kind of like see the same fish. Like it's kind of funny, but that's just me being really lame. Oh, okay, let's see. I'm gonna try to say this. Oymyakon. Oymyakon in Russia. It's a town that averages. Nope. Do people live there? If it's a town, that means people have to live there. Can I help you? Un momento, guys. It's right here. Sorry. I've been watching Alaskan one because there's loads of cute bears fishing. Oh yeah, like the salmon, like jumping upstream and stuff. Those are fun to watch. I love all the nature ones. Also, another one that's fun to watch is like there's in the African savannah, which it'd be different for you because I know I think you're like 6 hours ahead, 8 hours ahead of me, but when it's daytime in Africa, it's nighttime here. So like it's daytime, it's like the live cam, you know. So I watch like the giraffes and stuff sometimes too. The Northern Lights I also watch quite a bit because that's just so cool. Are you serious? They don't turn their car engines off ever. So how long do their cars last? Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Uh-oh. Hold on. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I took my Claritin as my phone recommended to me, but still, been sneezing every now and again. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I want to go swimming there. Seems like the weather would be a little bit cold. Yeah, no, I don't think you'd come back from that swim. I know. I'm gonna move to the equator. Isn't that where it's the hottest? It's probably a little too hot. If I didn't live in the U.S., I don't know where see, I can't say where I would live because I haven't visited enough other places yet. You know, so. But I can tell you that there's a good chance that it would be much warmer than the place that I live right now. There's a very good chance of that. And there's a very good chance that it'd be close to the ocean, which I also don't have.
Everybody get up.
An anonymous cheer, thank you so much. I still don't know who you are, so you remain anonymous, but thank you very much. Your donations are very much appreciated. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again, so I'm kind of like, sorry. Whew. It's like one of those ones, like, I don't know if you guys have ever had one of these, like, you feel like you're gonna sneeze and it's like, but like you can't sneeze, so it's just like kind of like stuck in that like almost gonna sneeze position, like that itchy. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Hey, being a ginger, I'm better with the cold. When I spent time in Iceland last year, I decided to go on a 30-minute walk. How are you alive? And also, I want to see pictures from Iceland. I stalk Iceland on Pinterest. Seriously. Also, another thing to watch if you're ever bored is like the 4K like drone stuff of like Scotland and Ireland and Iceland and all the cool places that aren't America. Because that's fun too. Yeah, that doesn't even make sense to me. Like, are you a superhuman? Did you get bit by a radioactive spider? It was a genuinely pleasant experience, they say. Yeah. I'm gonna pass on that experience, though. Is that the true Icelandic experience? Because if it is, I can't hang. I can already say that right now. I truly can't hang, and I'm not even gonna attempt it. That reminds me of like a more extreme version of, they do this thing in Canada, where they like jump into the, I believe it's Lake Superior. I don't know. They probably do it all over Canada, but they do it near where I have relatives, and they jump into Lake Superior, and it's like literally like a frozen beard competition. So like, the guys like, they'll like jump into the water and get out, and they'll have like beards frozen to like it. They have fun with it, I guess. I have no comment. What is a fermented shark? Do I want to know what a fermented shark is? My next question. 'Cause I don't know what that would be. I don't know what to imagine when you say fermented shark. Like, I have no visual of this at all. Yeah, it was the only time we didn't have 60 miles per hour winds. Oh, the only time. You lucky little gopher, you. Yeah, ice water is actually warm compared to that. Or else it would be ice. Science. To walk away from shelter, I had to take breaths. Okay, yeah. Maybe I don't have what it takes to leave. Y'all are nuts. We don't have machines that can plow the roads. Well, hey, let me call up my girl up at the governor's house in Michigan. We'll send you down some, because we have a million. I'm actually pretty impressed. Our street is already plowed, and we've got like almost a foot of snow in the last 48 hours. But yeah, actually we laugh at people down south because it's so funny, because you guys get like 2 inches of snow and are like, we can't drive, we can't do anything. It's so funny. But at the same time, we don't have hurricanes or anything like that, so I'll be quiet. Plus, I'm just kidding, and good fun. Wind chill is an oversimplification. If there's no wind, negative 18°C ambient feels warmer than ice water. What? I don't even know. And I'm not going to test it out to argue, so. Chuck some salt, rub some dirt in it. Or yeah, sand also. If you don't have salt, sand helps too. We used to do that. Oh my gosh, Sam. We used to do that. Me and my friend used to. So we have we live in Michigan. She had a hot tub at her house. So we'd sit in the hot tub for like an hour, get nice and pruny and like in the 105 degree, like basically cooking ourselves. And then we'd go jump and see who could lay in the snow for the longest. It was a really good way to get pneumonia, although neither of us ever did, somehow. I think we were just really roughing ourselves up for survivalism if it came to that. I don't know. Your body will build up brown fat. Yeah, I can't even barely tolerate room temperature anymore. I'm cold. So that makes sense. Did not like physics in college. I had to take physics 1, 2, and the labs. I liked physics 1 a lot better than physics 2. I liked the mechanical, like the kinetic stuff a lot more than the electric stuff. The kinetic stuff made more sense to me. Of course, it's probably easier. Well, if you put salt on the ice, that's what will melt it. Oh, I will go to Iceland hopefully someday. Hopefully, knock on wood. Yeah, it's a great way to get yourself. We used to do that all the time, and because, like I was talking about before, I'm so competitive. Of course, I would probably, especially at that age, I would have rather probably lost my fingers and toes to frostbite than lose that competition to my friend. Like, so I was so intense. I was intense to a fault though, because like we couldn't do anything fun without me making it into a competition. Yeah. And I'd get so freaking frustrated when, like, I still am like this to this day, and I try so hard not to be, but man, it's rough. It's an uphill battle. If any of you have watched me play Arena of Valor, you might have seen a glimpse of it. Speaking of Arena of Valor, I'm a boss at that now because I've realized that my calling in those types of games is to be a healer, and I'm like literally the best healer ever that's ever played the game, and I've gotten MVP like the last 15 times I've played. So I just had to say that, but I'll show you guys sometime. Right now we're playing Animal Crossing. Okay. Yeah, the time me and my friend tried, went on our walk, it was day 7, 8. Oh yeah, so you were nice and weathered at that point then. Really? Well, that makes sense, Mr. Be Nice, because I went to a big university, Michigan State, and my physics professor was Eastern European and was very hard to understand. Like, I'm sure it was I just couldn't understand the dude at all. I had the same problem in calculus. I had, like, a very, Asian-speaking, like, Asian accent professor, and it was so hard for me to understand him. That was like the biggest issue I had with professors at Michigan State was a lot of them were foreign and didn't, like, they were so smart, but it was like they were so smart but didn't know how to communicate it, you know? But it got better because I feel like they started to, like, help with that, with, like, assigning more, like, graduate assistants and stuff like that, but because these people that are teaching us are, like, geniuses. They're, like, PhDs that have, like, you know what I mean? So, like, it's not that they're not good. It's just that I wasn't able to understand them that well, which is when you're already learning a subject that's difficult, it's really difficult to learn when you can't understand what the person's saying a lot of the time, you know? And that's nothing like against them, or that's just what happened. That's just the facts. Like, no one's fault. It's just what happened. So Americans see it online and go ice cream by themselves. What? Americans doing? I don't believe it. actually learned physics the best from a grad student. It was like a grad student who was basically teaching my physics lab. So my degree is in human biology, but I had to take a year of physics and a year of physics labs. But I had my physics 2 lab, which was the electricity one, like more of that instead of the mechanical, which was like the first semester. He was probably taught me more about physics just in that little lab than I had ever learned from these like famed like PhD like research like awesome like genius people. And again, it's not because they didn't know what they were doing, they weren't teachers, you know? So, and you know, that I can't blame them all entirely. To be honest, you guys, I was notorious for not going to class. So, however, I still did fine at Michigan State, trust me. I was on the dean's list most of the time. I'll just say that. Not every semester. Not my last semester. But most of the time. Yeah. Senior year last semester was rough. Didn't get a whole lot done. Oh, Ninja, yeah, I just saw what you said about the Mardi Gras theme. That sounds like a good idea. That's fun, yeah. I was literally about to say, Khan Academy is what taught me Calc 1, 2, and 3. Because, like, I liked math a lot, but I did not like any of my professors that I had as far as Calc went at Michigan State. So Khan Academy taught me Calc, straight up. Especially Calc 1. I don't think I went to class but once for Calc 1 because I straight up could not understand a word my professor said. It was such a waste of time. It really was. Like, it was a straight up waste of... I would leave more confused than if I just read the chapter and watched Khan Academy about the subject. Like, that's how it was. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Good. Go do homework. I didn't know that. Yeah, Khan Academy is absolutely amazing. They got me through college. 100%. 100%. Between calc, physics, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, biochemistry, epidemiology, literally everything. Statistics. Like, and back, like, I feel like back when I was in college, a lot of people didn't know about Khan Academy as much. And I remember telling everybody I knew, like, all my friends. I was in a sorority, and I actually, like, we had, like, a cabinet of, you know, like, I was the vice president of philanthropy, so I would talk to the vice president of member development who was, like, involved with, like, in charge of, like, making sure everybody got good grades and stuff, like, yo, send everybody to Khan Academy if they don't know what they're doing in, like, terms of math and science, like, and a bunch of them, like, ended up, like, learning from, it's, like, it's crazy, that guy, like, whoever started it, like, seriously, he's helped so many students. I know of, like, probably 100, like, personally, that have been, like, seriously helped by, like, their videos. It's crazy. Calc, yeah, I liked math, Mr. Be Nice. I like math because there's usually, there's one answer. It's like, the answer is 7.4. It's not, well, the answer is gold with pink unless it's Wednesday, and then the answer is 9.7. But if it's Wednesday and it's raining, then the answer is 45.2. Like, that's not usually how it is. It's like that in other subjects. I think Khan Academy has branched out a lot, but I could be wrong. I haven't been in school for a while, so I haven't necessarily watched a lot of their videos as of late. But when I used to watch the videos, Dark Ninja, they used to be, kind of more college subjects, but it wasn't like, this is college, like, you know what I mean? It was just like, this is calc, this is this subject, like, whatever. Yeah, I agree, Mr. Be Nice. You should be a teacher. I'm terrible at explaining things, or else I would have probably really liked to be a teacher, but if you can't explain anything concisely, then it's probably not the right job for you. No, Dark Ninja. I used it for Orgo. I used it for a lot. Yay! Sam, I'm gonna look, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I'm gonna check it out. It'll, either during my break or after the stream. That's Mr. V Nice, that's what I'm saying, like, Khan Academy, I would have probably failed, Calc 1. For whatever reason, Calc 1 was the hardest for me. And I had terrible professors for all of them. I ended up getting a 4 in Calc 1 because of Khan Academy. Like, for whatever reason, the way that they explained it just made absolute sense to me. It was, like, easy after that. And, like, the way that my professors and even the teachers' aides and everyone were describing it was just so much more complicated. It was just, it was, like, totally different almost. It wasn't even the same type of math. But you come to I don't know. I get quite passionate about this, as you can tell, because I feel like I owe a lot of my success at university, as Spiral would say. Oh my gosh, I just sounded like an English person. At uni, to Khan Academy. Sorry guys, 1 second. But I went to Antioch for a master's in education and then observed it in a real classroom. I quit immediately. I'm about the business application. I think this is a new norm. I dramatically accelerated. They're just coming into being. Sink or swim time. Ugh. Ominous. Whoa. How do you say that word? How do you say that word? I must know. Asia. I want to start with Asia, and I feel like I'm already off. Asia. Let's see. Pronounce it to me. It's a volcano.
Eyjafjallajökull.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Eyjafjallajökull. Eyjafjallajökull.
I don't know what's happening to my ears.
Eyjafjallajökull.
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 Eyjafjallajökull. Eyjafjallajökull. That's where we're going, everyone. Eyjafjallajökull.
Eyjafjallajökull.
Eyjafjallajökull. I don't think it says Jökull at the end. I can't get... Okay, I'm done. I tried. Eyjafjallajökull. What? Okay, guys. The double L is a light T. I'm gonna get this.
Eyjafjallajökull.
Eyjafjallajökull. Why do I keep wanting to say Jökull at the end?
Eyjafjallajökull.
Eyjafjallajökull. Man, that's rough. And I thought French was rough. It's not even close. Oh, maybe I should start with some easier words. Is there an easy word to say in Icelandic? I don't think so. I feel like every single word is like 45 letters long and has 45 J's in it. Why do I hear so many K's in it? I can't. That's not nearly as bad as that one though. The longest name in Icelandic history, what was it? Wait. I've already done this before. List of long name places. Oh wait, this is a new one. I didn't even do this one yet. I did I did number 2, which is Lin Fair Pliggly Wiggly Chiggly Chow Bull Wiggly Go Galaki. But this is even worse. This is a thing. I'm pretty sure that they are just trolling everybody, and that is like 7 alphabets put together. Did you guys know that's a place? That's a place. Sorry guys, I'm trying to grab some stuff, but I'm getting severely distracted. I have to... Oh, wait, they don't... Oh, okay, cool. Oh, they do have the pronunciation.
Taumata whakatangihanga kōauau o tamatea poka I whenua ki tāna tahu.
Why is it so loud? Number 1. Don't do that again.
Taumata whakatangihanga kōauau o tamatea poka I whenua ki tāna tahu.
That's not a name. This isn't real. Okay, at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like they're saying motherfucker. Lynn says hello. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. You come in at an interesting time. Yeah, it does. I don't know what... Tamawakatanga tak... No, I can't even try. Mr. Grimm! Hey! How are you? It's been a year and a half. No, it's been a week. It just seems like a year and a half. How are you? I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, I'm gonna finish the classroom. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, good. We're just, good. We're just, having fun with trying to say Icelandic names. Actually, I think if I ever learn a language, it's gonna be Icelandic. Because that's very, useful. You definitely might need that in everyday life. Not really, but I feel like it's probably the most impressive language because they have their words are like literally like alphabets long. It's like 3 alphabets put together and they're like, oh yeah, that just means store. No, I haven't. Uh-oh. You're gonna blow my mind right now, Sam. Hungarian, wow. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I almost said it right. Almost. Titan. TTN. Oh, I know all about TTN, but not its actual name. Wait, what? Titan. Ah, here we go. Oh, yes, of course. Here it is. Methionolana. This right here gives me literal nightmares about chemistry. Right here. Because I remember having to name what this is. Like, name this structure. And everything ends with like a YL or for specific reasons. Oh my god. This is real. It is real. I cannot. Wow. Mind blown. Mind blown. Really high level math has no real application. Well, there you go. Then I don't need it. Andre Rock 64, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. How you doing today? We are learning about culture today on the stream. So far we've learned about a New Zealand town that isn't I think it's real. It has a Wikipedia page, so it's got to be real. Because everything on Wikipedia is always true. Always. Anybody in the world can edit it, so you know that you're getting the best possible information. Name that show. Get 1,000 points and a gold star. It's The Office. Only so long as the cryptographers use primes as inspiration. AIs are far more original than people. Deep learning adapts and it will just scale out of reach. Zucker's walking around in here wearing his glittery pink dress and his feather thing. I just came in here to say hi to him. Good. Do you play Animal Crossing? If not, no big deal. Actually, I don't think a lot of the people here even play it, to be honest. We're not even talking about that. I'm just kind of running around. We're talking about other things. The record fastest name for someone saying the full name for Titan is 3.5 hours. Someone has a record for that? Why? Oh, nice. Are you playing New Horizons or, because if you are, I just like to ask who your favorite villager is. Mine is Fauna. Zucker is a close second, though. Zucker and Audie. They just did a 70-qubit, but that is going to be a machine people can buy. The old methods are entirely insufficient. Yeah, it needs gradient descent and back propagation, the process that they use these days. Quantum math! Ugh. Maple! Who's Maple? Wait, why don't I know who Maple is? We've got one conversation about Maple and another about quantum math. I've got to get a few things for my fish market. I finally started working on it yesterday. It's getting there. Sam, you will know this. Okay, these things, since you were in Iceland, these things that are in Iceland, they are called this. How do you say that word? Because for me, I just want to say like Ford, like a Ford truck. But I feel like that's not right because there's a J there. But those are the things that are there, like the little ice things, right? Fjord. So it's not Ford. Fjord. Fjord. So it isn't like Ford truck, it's like fjord. 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 I see. Okay. Okay. Because those are like everywhere, aren't they, Sam? There in Iceland? The J's are like a Y. Oh, that's super helpful to know. Well, that makes it not so confusing because when I see like a consonant followed by another, like a J, I'm like, what does that noise make? Because that doesn't make an actual noise in English that I know of anyway. Fjord. Guys, let's go visit the fjords. Yeah, engineers. Woo! And nurses. Nurses are important too. And teachers. And firemen. And sometimes police officers, although a lot of them are not very nice sometimes. The everyday hero. Mr. Be Nice, back with the scary things. We live in critical times. Critical times. I caught a bitterling. Still, I have not caught a single thing that I need to use in my fish market. I think I might actually have to like go back to April to find what I want because these are all the winter fish. And the thing is, I can always travel back to festival to get more feathers if I so happen to need them, but I really don't need any more right now because I've already got all the furniture and yeah. And I have extra feathers to boot, so sorry. Oh no, don't apologize. I just like you. Again, like the things you say are just like, whoa, he's right, you right. There is still a few fish I haven't caught yet, so it's not one of those. Hannah, oh my gosh. Hannah's every other person. I love it. We're gonna have to clip this for Hannah so she can see it later. There's doctors, there's Hannah, there's nurses, there's Hannah, there's firefighters, there's Hannah, there's paramedics, there's Hannah, there's soldiers, there's Hannah. Love it. Oh, Hannah, come back to us. I will give you my imperial decorated shelves that I just got. They fell from the sky. They're special. Hannah probably won't be on till later, so guess I'll just have to stream again later. Although you guys across the pond, it gets rough for you the later it is, I know. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Oh, he doesn't like me. Oh my gosh, okay. Does anybody, this might sound like I'm joking, but I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty sure my betta fish is depressed, and I don't know what to do about it. Like, he's not dead, because he's alive. Like, he swims around and stuff, and he still swims to the top to get his food. But he literally just lays lays on the bottom of the thing all day and like doesn't swim or move at all. And I don't feel like that's a good sign. It's not a good sign. And I don't know what to do about it. I've tried to like, it says like you should give them like stuff to like keep them entertained. So they said colored like ping pong balls like put on the top of their like top of the water and that like they get like excited or whatever because it's like new. Nope, didn't care. Move their tank to a new spot. Nope, didn't care. Put a mirror in there so like they think that it's like another fish. Didn't care. I'm pretty sure he's like suicidal. I don't know what to do. I'm very worried. I have no experience with fish. So, if anyone has any advice. And how do you play with a betta fish? Like, you don't. They don't want to play with you. They're scared of you. But he is depressed. I'm pretty sure. He just lays at the bottom of his little thing, like all day. I check like multiple times a day to make sure he's not dead because I just look at him and he's not moving. So I'm like, hey. He's like, oh yeah, I'm alive. I just hate everything and I hate my life and I wish I was dead. That's kind of what he says back to me. I don't know what to do. It's not like I can release him back into the wild. I'm lost. I feel like I'm like abusing this animal almost. Like it's making me feel really guilty inside. I don't know what to do. If anybody has any advice about this, speaking of fish, I would be really, really appreciative because I don't want Fish to kill himself or like be miserable. His name is Fish, by the way. It's Phish, like, you know, like the virus, like on your computer. Fish. Yes. He used to swim all around too. That's the scary thing, is he used to swim all around, and now he just lays there. It's probably that and me worrying about my actual fish, because I'm thinking about these fish, and I'm like, guys, I've got a fish in my living room right now that hates his life. I don't know what to do about it. Ugh, I'm so worried about it. I'm like stupid worried about it. I've like changed out his little like colorful balls. I changed out the stuff in his tank. I don't know. It's warm enough. Maybe he's like lonely. Maybe I should because it's a male betta. Maybe I should get him a female one. But I read online that they kill each other too, so I don't know. Yes, I change the water often. And I put in the special little like betta fish like drops or whatever, so that it's got all the correct nutrients in there for them that might not be in tap water or whatever. Ooh, a squid. That's probably good for a fish market. But yeah, I'm rambling now. In case anybody had any experience with betta fish, mine is not doing so well. I'm not sure what to do. Maybe I should get him another kind of fish that he can bully. Like maybe he'll feel better about himself then. I have no idea, sorry. Yeah, I'm just talking about random things. No worries, guys. You know, I just kind of like to vent on a lot of, like, for part of this, you know. Oh, you know how much fun it is to clean out his little thing, too? It's just him in there, that little fish. They're disgusting. They're literally disgusting. That's all I have to say. I've got, like, rocks that I've got to clean out, like, I've got to switch out the rocks. I've got to like soak them and it's so bad. It's so bad. I don't think I would get a betta fish again if I could go back to the time when I got it and I was so excited about it. I don't think I would now because I feel like he hates his life and I can't do anything about it. But now I have him and I can't do anything about it. So like, I'm just stuck. But alright guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. Yeah, again, just because I actually gotta go get something at the door. But I'll be back in a few, so don't go anywhere. And I'll see you in a moment. We are back. Oh, please do not lick me on my face, Rito. You know better than this. Yes. So I just caught Rito upstairs in my bed, acting as if it is time to be asleep at this time of day. It's not even time to be sleeping, Rito. You're being very sassy. Rito, what do you have to say for yourself? He does not want to show his face. Rito. You guys see so he turned 6 in December. So he's got little balding patches on both sides of his ears, and he's got a little gray beard. Yeah, you do have a little but you're still the bestest wiener ever. Yes, you are. He hates me so much. He's like, I was snuggled under like 10 blankets. I was so happy. And you have just ruined it all. Yes, because I always do that, Rito. He hates it when you blow in his face. Ha! So I do it on purpose. Mwah, 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 mwah. Okay, fine. Bye. I know, me too. It's like he literally has like T-Rex arms. Like he cannot, like he'll be up like this and he's like he can't. his legs are literally like 3 to 4 inches. I'm actually gonna measure them and see how long they are. I'm pretty sure they're like 3 or 4 inches long. So yeah, if you've got him like up like this, he's just kind of like. But the good news about that is he's very aerodynamic. So like if you are trying to catch him and oh my gosh, he's like pew pew pew, like he's like this far off the ground. So it's almost impossible to catch him if he does not want to be caught. It really is. Like I have dove on the ground trying to catch this dog before. Like it's like trying to catch a greased pig, which I've never done, but my dad uses that expression. So it's like that. It's that bad, I guess. That sounds bad. I think it's like that. So yeah, he's a wily little creature sometimes. Elusive, yes. And aerodynamic. He is German engineered after all. He is a German dog. A dash hound. A miniature dash hound. Apparently the mini ones were bred to hunt like squirrels and other rabbits, right? Yeah. The normal size ones were bred to hunt badgers. The dash hound, also known as the wiener dog, is a short-legged, long-bodied hound-type breed. Yes. The miniature dash hound was bred to hunt small animals such as rabbits and mice. They have also been used to track wounded deer and hunt prairie dogs. Oh my gosh! My grandpa used Rito one time. My family, like the men in my family are hunters. They hunt deer. They live in northern Michigan, so it's a big thing up there. But anyways, they used Rito once to track a deer that my grandpa shot. And I did not believe them because I was like, this dog has never been hunting once in his life. He does not know how to track a deer. And he did. And I didn't believe them, but now I kind of do from what I just read. The naughtiest thing Rito has ever done. Honestly, Rito is like extremely well behaved in terms of like being in the house. So like he is very like clean and picky. Like he would never chew on anything that you have not given him like explicit like this is a toy. He's never chewed, like never ever in his life like chewed on a shoe. Nothing, never, not once. he doesn't really like shed or anything, but like the naughtiest thing about him probably is that he's very smart. He's like very smart. So he'll go like, say there are multiple people here. East Coast for Ducks. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. That's weird because my YouTube isn't active anymore. But anyways, he'll go to one person when there's multiple people around and beg for a bone or a treat. He'll get it, go hide it like on his bed or like under a blanket or whatever, you know, whatever he's burrowing under that day. And then he'll go to another person, ask for another treat or something, and he'll literally keep doing this until he can collect no longer. He will come back to you, like, a lot of times, like, for example, like, if he'll go to my dad a lot because my dad is, like, a big drinker and half the time he'll forget that he's given him, like, a bone or something. So he knows to keep going back to my dad every, like, 30 minutes or so because he knows he'll get another one, and he'll stockpile bone, like, treats, bones, everything, and until he has a mass. And he'll still just, he won't touch those, he'll just still continue until he knows that he is not getting any more at all. Like, it's done. Then he'll go back and, like, have his treasures. But he does things like that. Another thing that he does is he loves to terrorize other animals. So he's terrorized a robin's nest before. He terrorized a possum that lives in our backyard this entire summer. He drove out a family of bunnies that lived under our garage. Gone. He loves terrorizing other animals. Loves it. Yeah, exactly. And he is so smart that he'll hide them in different places. Like, he'll put, like, a good stash, like, where he wants them. But he knows, like, I can't eat all of these at once. So he'll, like, place them randomly throughout the house. Like, oh, this one goes under this blanket. This one goes in this cushion. Like, and he knows where they are. So, like, if he's ever in a situation where he is not getting as many treats or bones as he wants, he goes to these repositories where he has them stashed. Yes. But, on the same token, again, it's hard to say, like, most people can't say that their dog has never, ever chewed on anything that they own. Rito has literally never done that, ever. He does not, he's never destroyed anything of mine. Like, he was potty trained almost immediately, and he, like, for as small as he is, he will wait 48 hours. Like, he won't go outside when it's cold, so it's like he's trained himself to hold it forever. Like, he's very, very, like, hygienic, I guess, as far as dogs go, but he is a sly little thing, and, like, oh, man, he gets away with stuff, too. Like, when you're not looking, he'll go and, like, if we've got this, like, coffee table, and sometimes, like, we'll be eating, like, in the living room, and he'll, like, come up when no one's looking, he'll, like, jump up and nip something off of your plate, and, like, when you, like, go to, like, yell at him, he'll be, like, he'll hide it, or, like, it'll already be he's like, what, me? I didn't do that. He's just he plays the role so innocently. But he really has a plan deep down. My dog's hello, Raymu. How are you? If she'll question everything you ask her to do and talk back if she doesn't agree. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Rito, if half the time, like, especially in the morning, like this morning, I opened the door for him to go outside, and there was, like, 4 to 5 inches of snow. And, of course, his legs are 3 to 4 inches long. So he looked at me and literally just basically shook his head and walked away. He's like, you're literally insane if you think I'm going out there. Like, you better go shovel that before I go out there. Like, you brat. Like, you, like, a little entitled dog. Like, I will not go to the bathroom until you shovel it for me. And then, of course, he, like, will literally go only in the shoveled area. Like, he is the princess, honestly. He is a princess. hopefully better for your dog, and they will like it a lot more than the dried kibble BS, Mr. Be Nice. Oops. I'm disappointed in the fish that I've caught today. But this fishing pole is on fleek though. Like, I want this in real life. Look at the bobber is a pink rubber duck. I'm good. Except for I just caught a can. Not too bad. Honestly, we're getting through the worst part of winter. I just keep reminding myself that. Where I live anyway. Getting through the worst of it right now. So, honestly, probably the worst is over or is happening. So that's comforting, at least. Every single one of these needs to be changed. So. Oh, and I still haven't even gone to do my... I get so distracted when I'm streaming and playing this game. Like, so distracted. Still haven't even done my classroom yet. Yeah? Nope, haven't done that. I think taste is pretty universal. I romanced the squirrel with roasted peanut. Oh, did you? That is a very romantic story right there. Oh, look, and I got a punching bag from the sky. How delightful. Look at all these other useless fish. Ugh. I'm gonna just release most of these. Yeah, honestly, all of these aren't what I want. There's only a few specific ones, though, that look good placed, that aren't just in the little glass containers. So, I'll just have to do some more fishing. The squirrel caught feelings. Mm-hmm. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm a person. Don't question it. I'm here. Don't worry. It's fine. I'm here. Rito would do that too. He literally, but the thing is that Rito thinks he is a person. Like, he does not think he's a dog. He does not like other dogs. He likes other people because he thinks he's a person. Like, he's like, I do not like that pet. I am not a pet. I am a member of this family, but that is a pet. Like, he's literally, like, so... Like, if there was a behavior in dogs where they would, like, lift their nose up at someone else and be like, I am better than you. Rito. He thinks he is not a dog. He thinks he's a person. Like, actually. So, he wouldn't even have to act. And he'd literally just be up on the chair like, yes, this is me. I'm here. Now we can begin. Like, he thinks he is the king. And I think this could partially be my fault. Believe it or not. For how I raised him. It's almost like he was spoiled or something. I don't know. But he's so cute, it's hard not to be like, okay, you're being a little snobby brat, but it's, like, really cute, though, because you're a miniature wiener dog. And, like, the neighborhood owl could come and grab you right now. And, like, you don't even know that because you're just so immune. And it's cute. Like, or oblivious, not immune, oblivious. It would come to my window a few months. I just read that human beings' brains grew when we discovered fire and began cooking. Cooking means the nutrients. Oh, interesting. Did not know that. But, okay guys. I hate to do this, but I have to go for now. Sadly, I have to go do adulting things. Yeah, Abremu, Rito is not. He only weighs 10 pounds, so I think the owl might win. Also, he only has, his legs are this long. Mr. Graham, you're still here. Yay. Check out my schedule. I finally posted on Twitch. But also, this schedule is just kind of tentative. I'm just kind of like checking it out. So, let me know what you guys like think or when you're available. I'm trying to like make it most accommodative to everybody. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so happy to see you all again. I know it's been a while. I know I look a little bit different, so hopefully you recognize me. And yeah, I will see you guys very shortly. Thanks again, and good night.